Welcome to Out of the Park, the podcast show where three guys have three different opinions and it's all in sports. I'm Vincent Garcia, that's Josh Lopez, that's Ryan Osborn. Once again, no Radar Stoke, but he'll be incorporated later on.
He's on the radar, get it?
On the radar? Yeah.
He's not on radar.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Ding.
Thanks.
Okay. So,
Goodness sakes.
we will start things off with a new rule that is going on.
Well, really quickly before we get into that, we're actually, because a lot of people liked our segment when we went top three players in each MLB franchise history, we're going to be going into top three players in NBA franchise history. So for each franchise in the NBA, we're going to list the top three players and start to debate the players that have impacted each said franchise as we go along.
Alright, so first...
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, exactly. So for the first half, there's a new rule going out in the Winter Olympics. No NHL players will be participating in the Winter Olympics. If you know Ryan by now, obviously he's showing it. He's the hockey buff of the group, but Josh, not into hockey as much, but since it is Olympic talk, he has a chance. Okay. So, is this a good idea that the committee is taking out the NHL players in the Olympics? And keep in mind, it's not just the United States. It's Canada, it's Finland, it's France, Russia. Every country is involved in this.
Yeah, so what it is it's not going to be from the committee, actually. The committee wants the NHL players to come to the Olympics. However, it is the NHL themselves, the players' union, who has said that they want out of the Olympics in 2018 because the union is a little bit more wary about the injuries that took place in Sochi. You had John Tavares, who went down for the rest of the season. John Tavares at the time was having a possible Art Ross season until he tears his ACL going into the boards in Sochi. That affected the Islanders' entire season. They didn't end up making the playoffs because they lost their captain. They lost their almost Art Ross contender. That affected them. GM Garth Snow was not happy about it last time, and so since he wasn't happy about it, he voiced his displeasure. The owners don't like it, and so it's starting to trickle down towards the players, which is interesting because in the past, you've seen the players immediately want to go to the Olympics no matter what. And not only that, but does this translate into the NBA? Because the NBA got NBA players back into the Olympics close to the time that the NHL did. The NBA had it in the early 90s, the NHL in the mid-90s, when the NHL went to Nagano and the NBA went to Barcelona.
Well, I have a feeling that it might transition into the NBA because I think it's going to be a domino effect. That if one league does it, then the others are going to do it. Major League Baseball has never done it. They have minor league players and college players that play in the Olympics. And, there have been some players that have had a successful career after. Ben Sheets, part of the 2000 team. He threw the complete game that beat Cuba, and then he has a great career. Well, not really great,
But he had a decent career with the Milwaukee
Brewers.
Oh, Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah. So, what I think the Olympics should be is not a showcase for the professionals, because you look at basketball. Everything's one-sided when they play the United States, unless it gets to the championship game and they actually face a good team like Spain or Australia. Well, Australia's up and coming rising country when it comes to basketball now. I think the Olympics should be a showcase for young players. Take a look at Cuba. Even though Cuba, you have to defect from Cuba in order to get to the United States. It's a little bit of a showcase for Major League scouts. They watch the Olympics and they say, "This is a good kid. I wonder if he'll defect anytime soon. That way he can get scouted over here in the States." Dominican Republic, they can get more scouts and more looked at if you have the Dominican Republic team in the Olympics. So I think with the NHL backing away, this can open the doors for young college hockey players to showcase themselves. Even though they're already in college and they're getting showcased, but it also works for other countries. You got Russian players, young Russian players that can showcase in the Olympics, in the Winter Olympics.
Well, that's the thing. When you look at the Winter Olympics for the NHL or for hockey, you look at Team Canada and Team USA. Team USA, all NHLers. Team Canada, all NHLers. You go to Team Finland, 1/4 of their team is comprised of players who only play in the Finnish league. You go to Sweden.
Well, there's one that's don't forget Teemu Selanne.
Well,
was part of that team as well.
Yeah,
as a lone professional. But
Yeah.
there might have been a couple more.
And then you
I
go
might miss a couple names.
You go to Sweden, and a lot of the players there play in the Eastern League. That's the Swedish league. You go to Russia, over half of their hockey team is comprised of guys who play in the KHL, the Continental Hockey League. Most consider the KHL to be the best hockey league outside of the NHL, as it is over 32 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Over half the Russian team is comprised of KHLers, not NHLers, but KHLers. They skip over NHLers to bring in KHL talent. You look at other teams around Eastern Europe. You go to Slovenia, only one NHLer, Andrej Kopitar. Slovakia, 3/4 of their teams, not NHLers. Then you also go to the Czech Republic. It's the same thing. They only have those 5 named guys, Marian Hossa, Zdeno Chara. You also have Marian Gaborik and a couple other guys like Tomas Tatar and Peter Budaj for the Czech team. You know, everybody else except for Team America and Team Canada goes with non-NHLers. Now, see, we brought up the fact that it could affect the NBA. Josh, you're the big NBA fan here, so you saw it this last Olympics. Teams just wanted the honor to play the United States, to be across the court from the United States. It was a race for second.
Yes.
How does this affect viewership? How does this affect viewership? Because if you're not able to see guys like LeBron, like KD, like Steph Curry in the Olympics, will anybody even watch it?
Well, I think it just depends on who's actually playing. Like you had Klay Thompson in the Olympics, even though Steph didn't play. I think it should be up to a player choice instead of like a union choice. So you don't like if top stars in the NBA like, oh man, what was his name from the Indiana Pacers?
George.
Yeah, Paul George. He got injured in
a showcase.
Yeah, in a showcase.
In a Las Vegas showcase, Paul George ends up.
So I think if big stars don't want to do it, they don't want to compete in showcase games or Olympic qualifiers. I think it should be their choice to compete in the Olympics, and let other whether it be college players or up and coming players take that lead in the Olympic teams.
And you see there's a reason why Major League Baseball players don't play in the Summer Olympics, because one, it affects the schedule.
Yeah, it's right down the middle of the season.
Which also is kind of odd too, because in the Winter Olympics, it's in the middle of the NHL season.
They have to stop the NHL season for 3 weeks.
And they can't do it for Major League Baseball? That's what I don't understand. If they can stop the NHL season for 3 weeks for the Olympics, and they can stop the WNBA season for women's basketball in the summer, then they should be able to do it for Major League Baseball, but they choose not to.
Major League Baseball is 162 games spread out over just over 200 days.
Let me guess. Because it's such a consistent game, day, whereas in the NHL it's day off, game, day off.
No, it becomes an impacted schedule. So if you start the season and then you take a break for 3 weeks, so that way you can go to the Olympics, and then you start back up, are you going to push forward the start date of the season? So that means you're going to have Major League Baseball starting in mid-March, early March? Or you keep the season where it still is, first week of April, and what happens? You only get 3 days off in the entire first half. 2 days off in the entire second half. How's that going to affect the health of players? I mean, we've seen it recently in the National Hockey League. the World Cup of Hockey started right before the NHL season. Many guys didn't have that chance to go to training camp, so instead of going to training camp, they go right into international competition. What happens so far in the first 2 months of the season, well, now we're entering our third month, first 2 months of the season, records are being set for guys going down with season to long-term injuries. So, compacted schedules are going to be a problem when you look at player injuries.
I mean, I still agree with using the Olympics as a showcase, though.
Okay.
I mean, because the average American that's into sports has at least one dream, and that's to play in the Olympics and to receive a gold medal. Whether track and field, they want to go to the Olympics. Your gymnastics, they want to get that opportunity. And then with seeing professional basketball players in the the NBA going to the Summer Olympics, and of course the NHL going to the Winter Olympics, you kind of take back those opportunities for the average American to play in the Olympics, let alone a college player, because then they say, I want to go to the Olympics, and then they say, well, you got to make it through these professionals first.
And all world professionals too, not just guys like, okay, well, you have to make it. Well, we'll take baseball as an example. You have to make it through Mark Trumbo.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to make it through all worldly professionals. You have to pass up Joey Batista. You have to pass up Edwin Encarnacion. You have to be able to pass up a Mike Trout. You have to pass up a Clayton Kershaw. No one's going to be able to do that. So it doesn't become a young player showcase. However, it would become an experienced player showcase, which is something entirely different.
Mm-hmm.
And since we are on the topic of baseball, let's switch gears. New CBA has been announced as of early Wednesday morning. The old CBA was about to expire, and within 2 hours, the MLB and the Players Union were able to strike a new deal, and so that allows play to go on for an additional 5 seasons. There are a couple major changes that are coming this way. The biggest of which that has been highlighted by most people is that no longer does the Midsummer Classic count towards the World Series.
That is big, especially for me, because there's a reason why that rule was put in 2002. Because the game ended in a tie because there wasn't enough players.
7-7 tie. They went up to Bud Selig, and he said, if the National League doesn't score in the bottom of the 11th, then we're going to have to keep it as a tie game.
And that's what made the home field advantage rule come out, because there was not really a reason to play in the All-Star game except showcasing the world, let alone the nation and the world, who the best players are that season. Not the best players all around, just that season.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between best players all around versus best players in that season. And now, and if you take away that, I have a feeling like we're going to have the same old, everybody's going to get in. And it's not about, getting the home field advantage. But we did talk about this in the summer, saying, if you do win home field advantage, if you're a team in last place, it's not going to help you. It's going to help those teams who are in first place that are pushing for the playoffs.
So, you look at this last World Series, and Josh, the Cleveland Indians, does that mean that the Indians take a look at Johnny Cueto, or even the Cubs take a look at Johnny Cueto in the Midsummer Classic? He gives up 3 runs in the middle of the game. Johnny Cueto is the one who gives the American League the opportunity to host. So the big question is, what if the Cubs had home field advantage? They wouldn't have been able to use Kyle Schwarber.
Exactly, and he was a major key, at least not in the first game in Cleveland, but in the rest of the World Series, he was a major factor in the Cubs' offense. He's batted, .412 in the World Series?
He batted close to .412, and he also set records for batting in his first World Series game, being able to
It
go
was
into
a
his
miracle to even
Yeah.
bat. And
He-
didn't he start off the bottom of top of the ninth when
for the Cubs.
when Game 7 he started off casket.
I think he started the rally.
Yeah, this rally
and Almora ran for him. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
was
spark
he
a
got
rally.
on base. Almora runs for him to get the lead in the in Game 7 of the World Series.
And that was in the 10th actually.
Yeah,
so the question is for Cleveland, if the Cubs have home field advantage. For remember, Schwarber wasn't cleared to medically play the outfield. He wasn't cleared to medically play first base. He wasn't cleared to be in the field at all unless it was to bat. And they also pinch ran for him. So he was only able to play whenever they were in Cleveland. He had the occasional pinch hit in Chicago, but that means that you're looking at 4 games if it goes to 7. 4 games where Schwarber isn't there at all.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't become a factor, a huge of a
Exactly.
factor,
Yeah.
and he only gets one chance to get a good base hit or something,
You don't have a chance to really heat up if you're sitting on the bench for the first 2 games.
and then you really can't do much with soft toss or any other simulated pitches he's going to get in the dugout. So he's not as warmed up.
And then the other thing in this new CBA is that designated list, the DL, goes down from a minimum 15-day disabled list. Aha. I'm thinking designated hitter. I'm still with
Yeah, let's get rid of that too.
Hey, that'd be a good idea. But the disabled list, minimum stay goes from 15 days to 10 days. How does this affect MLB teams?
It
gets their potentially star players back on the field quicker. So instead of having to wait 15 days, they could go 10 days, and now I'm ready to go.
But it just depends on the injury, because that's the only difference, is what injury you had. Is 10 games enough?
But the question is you say that it's going to bring on the star players. What if they rush the star players? If it's a minimum 10-day stay, that means it's going to shrink down. They don't necessarily have to evaluate the injury as much, because they're not going to be looking at it, hey, guy, are you hurt enough that we can't use you for 15 days? We can't use you for a minimum of 15 days. It'll be, oh, you just have an ankle? All right, well, so what?
Well,
We'll send you, and it's just 10 days. That's it.
Just wrap tape around it.
Yeah, wrap some tape around it and come back in 10 days. As opposed to 15 days, you really have to look at the injury.
Yeah, I like if it's a hamstring, it's usually a 15-day DL.
Mm-hmm.
When it was 15 games before this agreement, a hamstring, some players were out 15 days, but there's also been some players who have been day to day. So I think 10 games is similar to a little bit to day to day. Just a little bit similar, because it's 5 less days.
It's 5 less days, but that's 2 whole series.
3 actually.
2.
For 10 games. You're out for 10 games. That's 3 series.
It's 10 days, not.
Is it 10 days? I thought it was 10
days.
games.
It's 10 days.
So it's
Well,
about.
it could be
So it's
at the
2
most
series.
3, but
Yeah, 2 series. Okay.
It's 2
yeah.
series. So let's say you're the Dodgers. You got Clayton Kershaw, who kind of tweaks an ankle,
Mm-hmm.
and you're looking at, okay, we need Clayton back. We're going to be facing the Arizona Diamondbacks for 3, and then immediately transfer into the Giants for 3 more.
First off, what month am I in?
We'll say September.
Okay.
September, and there's a 2-game differential between the teams.
You see, this is why you get support in your rotation. Yeah, you have your star player out. Do you want to rush it? You kind of do, but at the same time, if you have the depth, then you can say, Clayton, take the 10 days. Take the 10 days. That's if you have depth. But if you're desperate, you're going to have teams rushing. if your star pitcher's out or if a star player's out. I think it's just it just depends on how desperate you are at the time of the season. Like you just said, 2-game lead. Wait, are they behind 2 games or up 2 games?
They're up 2 games.
You're up 2 games.
With the Rockies and the Giants, you're going to
You want to close it out,
Colorado.
right?
You're going to San Francisco.
Yeah, and you want to close it out. I get that. I think it's just you just got to have the depth for it. That hence the 40-man roster.
Okay.
You have the 40-man roster for a reason. You get guys who are resting. You get guys who get hurt, and say, okay, I have depth. I have backup. I have support. You know, your ace can take about 2 series off. That's me.
Well, so now we're coming up on the final 10 minutes of the show. Let's get to the not so quick picks.
Oh, so we're gonna actually have description?
Not
Somewhat.
too much, but you know.
Semi.
Maybe,
Yeah, here we go.
like maybe like 2 words. Yes, Radar actually brought him again, or mail
time.
So
Mail time.
With
Yeah,
radar.
it's alright.
Without radar.
Here's the mail that never fails.
yeah, it really doesn't.
Does it make you want to wag your tail? When it comes, you want to wail? Mail?
Yeah, of course. All right. So
Little
first,
Blue's Clues reference.
No, I know. I just did. All right, Lions, Saints. Radar goes Saints. I'll take Detroit.
I'll take the Saints.
The Detroit Lions.
Where's your beanie?
Oh,
Took it
yeah,
off.
huh? Yeah. There you go.
This is from a
Hey.
Texans fan.
This is, hey, I like the color. And it came with the little, it's a toque, actually. This is not a beanie. This
Oh,
is a
toque. Okay.
What's the
two.
difference?
Canada.
Well, hey! It's new era, so it's like it's right by Canada. It's right across the street.
Yeah, well,
So that's why it has
this is a toque.
toque. Okay.
This is a toque.
Okay.
With the Detroit Lions on it.
Okay. This is Josh's favorite part. Is this even a question? Rams, Patriots. Radar goes Patriots. Even without Gronk, I'd say Patriots.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one with the Patriots, but I think they'll pull through. Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. Just.
No,
yeah.
our favorite one is Cleveland. Whoever Cleveland faces.
They got a bye week.
They got a bye week. They still lose to the bye week.
Yeah, they do.
I really feel bad for them because
Terrell Pryor loses at a drag race.
At this point, Cleveland Browns tickets have dropped to $5 per ticket. Parking
It's free.
at Cleveland is $15.
I thought it would be free.
It's
I thought it would
free.
be. I thought it would be Florida Panthers and go free.
Oh no, no.
I will not get started on that.
It's 3 times the amount of going to the actual game just to park.
Man, that is cheaper than Rams pparking.
No parking. It's downtown LA. There is no parking.
Yeah, there is
Barely.
Barely, yeah.
You have to go to like the CVS parking lot where they're charging money.
Hey, it's better than at the Rose Bowl. You park on a golf course.
That's fine. I'd rather park on a golf course than actually have parking.
Okay, where'd you park? 15th hole. Are you sure? Are you sure that's 15?
Yeah, the flag says 15.
They take the flags out, actually, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they take the flags out, so that's why. You have to look at the sun and see whatever the shadows. Okay, Broncos and Jaguars. Radar Broncos. Broncos for myself.
No fly zone. Broncos.
Broncos, Jaguars. Yeah, it's got to be Broncos. Even though the Jaguars do have the most underrated defense in the National Football League.
They actually do.
They have Prince Amukamara. They also have Miles Jack, who's having a decent season, not a great season.
Malik Jackson.
I still think that he should have stayed one more year at UCLA.
Malik Jackson.
They have a very underrated defense.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just their offense can't get going.
I know. Blake Bortles isn't gonna have a fun day. I have a feeling he's not. It's not gonna be fun for Blake Bortles.
If the Chiefs barely can win the Broncos,
That's because Benny Fowler didn't fall at the 1 yard line. He didn't stop at the 1 yard
Okay,
line.
okay. Even if he did, I mean, no one would have predicted.
You run the clock. You kick the field goal.
Okay, here. Okay, if whether he scores or not, I thought that was a dagger right there. I thought that was a dagger. Around the fourth quarter, 3-minute mark, I thought that was a dagger.
Kansas City football is comeback football. KC stands for Kansas. Well, whatever. Comeback. The C's comeback. You have to flip. Whatever. You flip the K and you flip the C.
So you switch them around.
Yeah.
They're the kids comeback Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much facepalm.
I know, right?
All right. 49ers Bears.
Niners, Bears. Radar goes Bears.
That's the Bears.
I'll take the Bears.
Niners.
Okay.
I will say though, nothing joyed me more than to see Colin Kaepernick get stopped at the 1 yard line.
You got destroyed at the 1 yard line.
I wouldn't say destroyed. Finished off is more like it.
What is this, Mortal Kombat now?
Yeah, it is.
Eh,
Fatality.
I mean, there was a headshot, so.
Boom, headshot.
Packers.
Texans, Packers. I
Packers.
think we're all going Packers,
Packers.
right? Radar goes Packers too.
Man, Brock Osweiler is just.
Is there a return policy?
You get a refund?
No. No. We tried that with David Carr.
You did actually.
We actually did. We actually did try to get a refund. Or, for David Carr. And that didn't work out. Even though I loved David Carr as a kid, he was my favorite football player at the time. I had 3 of his jerseys. I had the red, the blue, and the white.
America.
America, yeah.
Oh yeah, so the red, the white, and blue.
Yeah.
Are they in that order? Red, white, and
blue? No. No, they're blue, red, white.
Yeah. That's the.
In order of how I bought them.
There you go. Okay. Chiefs and Falcons. I think this is the toughest pick for me. Radar picks the Chiefs. I want to pick the Falcons, but it's in Atlanta. I'll take the Falcons. Might as well. Home field.
Take the comeback kids, Chiefs.
I will say the Chiefs because early in the season they owned one of the longest streaks in the NFL for wins, and then I think that they still have the ability for momentum. Really quickly, guys. I've been talking about my jersey collection. Recently, I saw a poll of sports fans. Ask them, how many jerseys do you own? And the average sports fan of all the jerseys he owns, that means including from the time he was a kid to the time where he is at the time of being polled, he has had 4.5 jerseys.
4.5.
4.5. So, on average, 4.5 jerseys. Yeah. So, we'll just boost that up to 5. What 5 jerseys are your most prized?
Let's see. Well, because the thing is that my Angel jersey is out of pool. So I got a white Pujols jersey.
Okay.
But I also have 2 Angel jerseys that are blank, a red and a white.
Okay.
Okay. And I have a Jay Cutler jersey I got for Christmas when he was a
Bronco?
Yeah, the orange one.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that in 2007.
Okay.
I got it as a Christmas gift.
Okay.
I got a Michael Vick jersey.
Ooh.
The number 7.
Falcons?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Even better.
I don't have any basketball jerseys, but I do want a Kobe Bryant for sure. And I do have the old Ducks jersey, the white and the teal
So do
Nike, but it's blank.
Yeah.
So I really don't have much player.
Yeah, you
jerseys.
guys don't want me to name all the jerseys.
You have, let's see, triple that average?
How many did you say you had?
About players or just
overall
in general?
jerseys.
Overall, I'd probably say about 6.
6. What about you, Josh?
Let's see, I had a Kobe Bryant jersey,
Okay.
Blake Griffin jersey.
Ooh.
The
Wait, the
Oklahoma
old
one?
school? The old school or the new school?
The all black new school.
Oh.
Yeah.
With the sleeves?
No, not with the
No,
sleeves.
it
but was
doesn't
on-
have sleeves.
Oh, I thought they did.
No,
I thought
this
they
one
had
That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Chris Paul who wears an undershirt.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So just all black. It was all black Griffin. Then a Dwight Howard one. Matt Kemp, just like a regular Matt Kemp T-shirt.
Oh, I have a Jackie Robinson.
Ooh.
Forgot about that one. I do have a Jackie.
Didn't you also come in with a Roberto
And a
Clemente?
Clemente.
Yeah,
I have a
I
Clemente.
was gonna say.
And then I'm pretty sure
So
I
I got
probably
more.
was a baby. I had like maybe a Mo Vaughn jersey. Like my parents tried. Like
That's a nice one.
my dad tried.
Wait, with the pinstripes? Angels pinstripes?
Yeah, because that's the ones that he.
I think maybe I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I might
Okay.
have been young. My dad was trying to make me an Angel fan. Haha, in your face, Dad. Dodger fan for life.
Okay.
All right, my top 5. 1982. Miracle on. Well, I guess if you bring it back more. So 1986. Rookie season, Luke Robitaille.
Okay.
The gold one. So it's gold
Yeah.
with the stripe, with the purple on the arms.
Yeah.
After that, I have a 1988 Gretzky.
Okay.
Before they
Yes.
changed the number colors.
Yep.
After that, it goes down to one of the basketball jerseys that I have. Just because I like the way that it looks, the alternate jersey from the Oklahoma City Thunder, the alternate blue one when Kevin Durant was still on the Thunder. When they first introduced it.
Yep. I remember that one.
My number 4, Baron Davis Clippers jersey. I love
the
that.
white or the blue one?
The white one.
Okay. So before they changed the
Before
logo.
they
Yeah.
changed the logo,
So the script.
Baron Davis. And then number 5 is the one I'm currently wearing.
Over Jonathan Quick USA?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Jonathan Quick USA is a knockoff.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Terrible.
But
Would you get that one at the swap meet?
no, actually I got it from China.
Oh, because I actually got 2 Mexico jerseys from the swap meet.
Well, I own a Colombian soccer jersey and a Mexican soccer jersey. Forget the U.S., they're terrible.
Landon
But
Melvin.
you were asking how many jerseys I have? 32.
Oh.
That I
He's
can
got-
fit in.
He's got.
How many
You have 3
that
Texans.
you can't fit in is the real question.
3 Texans. Andre Johnson one also with a couple David Carrs.
Okay.
Then I have this Kings jersey. I have a white version of this one and a black version of this one. Then I have the crown version of this one. Then I also have the current home jersey while it was a 3rd jersey. And then I have the current jersey from right now. I also have a white version. And then I just bought the new alternate jersey.
Nice.
But I just wanted it, just a little quick poll because I saw that earlier today.
I don't know. I
It's-
like you brought
it's
it up.
interesting. It's interesting.
That actually made me think about how many jerseys I had.
It's always fun to be able to go out there and buy one of your your favorite team's jerseys
Yeah.
because you get to wear it and you get to support your team
Yeah.
and it just looks nice.
It's just tough when you have a number 6 orange Broncos jersey and they say, "Is that Cutler? I thought he was gone." And I said, "It's a Christmas gift. Deal with it."
2007 Christmas gift still fits?
Yeah, it's a large.
Oh wow.
And it's Reebok, you gotta remember. So a
Oh,
large
those things are
Reebok.
baggy.
Yeah. They had 2 extra inches
Yeah.
on the length. Yeah.
No, don't go there. Just,
Back to the picks.
we're gonna edit that out.
Wait. What I didn't say anything.
I know, but you can't. Trust me.
I know.
All right, just reset and then go.
Yeah. Okay. Dolphins and Ravens. Radar picks Dolphins.
Justin Tucker, Ravens.
I'll take the Ravens too.
I got Jay Ajayi Dolphins.
Jay Ajayi. Okay.
Eagles Bengals. Radar goes Eagles.
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 Still no AJ Green.
Yep. Bills Raiders. Radar Raiders. Raiders for me.
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah. It's in Oakland. Bucks and Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers and Radar Chargers. I'll take Chargers too.
The
I'll take
Los-
the Buccaneers.
And I say Los
Listen,
Angeles.
even the Bucks. This is the second week in a row.
I have a good feeling.
Did you win last week, by the way?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
yeah,
he
the
did.
Bucks. Yeah.
With the Seahawks.
Woohoo!
Well,
And I say the Los Angeles Chargers because sources say that the Chargers are going to exercise their option that they were given last season to move to Los Angeles starting in 2018. So once the new stadium's up and running, the Chargers are going to be in there as well.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting, even though it's going to be packed with Bronco Nation when that
Bronco Nation.
When the
What
Broncos
Bronco
visit?
Nation.
Bronco Nation is big here in California.
No, it's big in
Yeah, it's
California.
called
The Miami Dolphins.
No.
When I went to the Rams game,
Bronco.
it was Dolphins.
Hold up. Any team that the Rams face.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. No, there is no Bronco Nation. Unless you're in Denver, there's no Bronco Nation, okay? It's called Bandwagon.
Nation. Well, that's true.
The reason why Bronco Nation became big in California is because the Rams left, and then John Elway won, and everybody moved over to him. That's why Bronco Nation came about, because of John Elway's championship.
Bandwagon.
This is one too. He's one too.
In my defense, I did not have a team until, 05?
In his defense.
In your defense.
In his defense, 5 rings.
Thank you.
4.
4 rings.
Thank you.
In your defense,
3 rings.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Been to 5 Super Bowls.
Prior, or 4 prior. I know we should have at least 7.
Been to 6 Super Bowls, right?
Who?
We went.
You
no,
lost
no.
to the Seahawks.
No, it was 4 before Elway. Before Elway finally won, there was 4.
There was 4 before then?
Yeah.
So that's 4 that he lost. Alright, 4 before Elway. 4 before Elway?
Before Elway won.
Oh, before he won.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say 4 before Elway.
No.
So you got 4.
Yes.
And then you have the 1.
The 2.
So loser.
He's got 2. Well, then he has 2.
Right.
But then,
then
the
you
one
lost
Seahawks.
the 1.
So there's 5.
So you lost 5.
Lost 5.
He's lost 1. 2.
2. Almost 3.
Almost 3.
You see,
But you got
see,
real
Out comes
close on.
Butler.
You got real close
Yeah.
on 3.
Yeah, but
Almost had a heart attack on 3.
Okay, but they still couldn't get the perfect season.
Bruh.
Still couldn't complete that.
Don't remind me, man.
David Tyree.
You had to trigger me, didn't you? You just had to trigger me.
We kind of agreed that this wasn't going to happen, but it just slipped.
David Tyree.
Stop it.
It was a great catch.
No, I'm just gonna.
I thought it hit the ground, actually. I thought it did.
No, it didn't.
It did it, though.
You
No,
look at the
don't
replay.
remind me.
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Giants and Steelers.
Stick 'em.
Radar Steelers. I'll take Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers.
Odell Beckham.
You're going to pick the Giants?
Yeah.
Over
Wait.
Antonio Brown.
Actually,
Yes.
I'll go Giants for one reason. They're going to their throwback uniforms this Sunday. Giants script instead of the NY logo. They're also going with white face masks, white pants, and the old Giants jerseys. Giants simply because they look good.
So they get fashion points.
They do get fashion points. I love anything that's throwback.
Cool.
I'm a jersey nut.
Cool. Redskins and Cardinals. Radar Cardinals. I'll take Cardinals.
I'll take Redskins.
Redskins.
Secondary.
What's secondary? That's all that they have. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a running back. Larry Fitzgerald's barely holding on. And if Fitzgerald wasn't there, Carson Palmer would not be on the Cardinals. Not to mention they don't have a linebacking core. They don't have a defensive line. They only have Tyrann Mathieu and Patrick Peterson.
Sure. Cardinals. Panthers and Seahawks Sunday night game. Radar picks the Seahawks. You know what? Yeah, no, I'll take Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah, I was gonna say Panthers after that near comeback against the
Really
Raiders,
quickly.
but still,
Guys, what's a Seahawk?
it doesn't exist.
Does not exist. It is not an actual bird. It just describes any bird that is next to the sea.
Bruh.
Yeah.
There you go. A little bit of trivia.
Now I think that all the fans over there are gonna have 2 jerseys each. One for Carolina, one for Seattle. If one loses, they could quickly switch.
You want to talk about bandwagon?
What, the Seattle
The
Seahawks?
Seahawks. Yeah, it went up.
I've liked the Seahawks for a
No,
long
but
time.
no. But according to Facebook, the likes went up right after they won in 2013.
Of course likes are gonna go up. People are gonna go to Facebook. I just saw the Seahawks won. Like? Of course they're gonna go up.
No, the fan page went up.
Oh.
And the team page. So yeah.
More publicity.
Sure. Okay. Monday night, Colts Jets. He says Colts.
I'll go Jets.
Colts, Jets.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Luck playing
The
them?
Jets.
Luck is actually.
Luck is out.
Luck is out?
Oh, is it official?
Luck is most likely out.
Jets.
I'm going with the Colts
Yeah, I'll take
because the Jets don't have a quarterback. They have Johnson at the running back. He's not Johnson. Matt Forte at the running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing very well, and he's keeping that offense alive. They don't have anybody really in that secondary. They don't have anyone on the linebackers, and then you have Muhammad Wilkerson on the defensive line. That's it.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go with the Colts.
Colts. All right. Well, that is our quick picks, and we're
Sign it
gonna
off.
sign it off. We're gonna do final words. Josh.
So I'd like to thank my Theo Al for giving me tickets to LA Auto Show. Thank you, Theo.
Oh, you went to the auto show?
Yeah.
Oh, very
Good
cool.
boy.
Hey.
Yeah. Ryan.
I'm just going to go with good luck to the Fullerton College Hornets getting into the state championship.
I thought you would save that for next week.
No, I'll go with this one.
Okay. My final words are: bring the original Dos Equis guy back. I don't like this new one.
He's not interesting?
No.
He has big shoes to fill.
Yeah, he really does.
Interesting shoes? Or is it most interesting? Or
Unless-
is he just interesting and the other guy was most interesting?
He was the original was the goat.
if this-
most interesting.
If this new guy can parallel park a train,
That's not very interesting.
you don't remember the original? He once parallel parked a train. That's why I'm saying that.
There were so many.
I know. Anyway, that's the end of our show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Also Facebook and Twitter.
Out of the Park Sports on Facebook and Out of the Park 4.
To represent
1, 2, 3.
And 4, wherever radar is.
radar is. Yeah. So for Josh Lopez, Ryan Osborn,
And the most interesting man in the world.
I'm Vincent Gar. See ya out of the park.